This is the Avaya Podcast Network. APN. Technology, news, and information. All in one place. Welcome to Avaya Evolution's Toronto 2014 in the Metro Toronto Convention Center. Now here's your host, Mark Fletcher.
Hey, it's Fletcher with the Avaya Podcast Network, and we're here at the Metro Toronto Convention Center at Avaya Evolution's Toronto 2014. We're sitting down with Brian Ochab, who's a practice leader for cloud solutions at Unity Telecom. Welcome.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having me.
So explain to me who Unity is.
Unity is a Platinum Avaya partner with locations all across Canada and the major Canadian cities. We also have presence in the U.S. in Arizona and Phoenix. We are a full-service company that does everything from design, install, maintenance of all Avaya solutions.
Great. So you're an integrator, interconnect type company. You're the cloud practice leader. What's going on with cloud?
Well, we at Unity really see an opportunity in the cloud, and I think in the cloud in general has got tremendous amount of attention in the IT space, and is now sort of to move over into the voice and networking environment.
So tell me, what is the cloud? I think a lot of people don't understand what it actually is. So to you, what is the cloud?
Well, essentially, the simplest version of the cloud is that is a solution or a service that's hosted somewhere else off your premise.
Okay.
And as we are now very comfortable in a leading provider of on-premise Avaya solutions, we want to be able to come to the table with a hosted Avaya solution that will be able to offer our customers a full suite of services, whichever way they may want to go.
And that would include voice, data?
Voice and data, and essentially it's a voice play now, but voice is becoming data. We see voice as an app.
Right.
It's actually the data, it's a bunch of packets that are moving around and on the data network that is going to eventually be considered as one unit. And we want to make sure that our customers' network integration and their LAN and their WAN and their voice products, when they choose to do that, is fully integrated, and we want to be the team that does it for them. What
do you think the number one value is, Brian, for the cloud for a customer? What do you think they see, what they get out of it?
Well, there's a couple things. I'd say that the biggest one is probably the cost efficiencies and the ability for them to spread their money from a capital type model, investing in a lot of equipment, a lot of gear, to more of an operational expense model, so they can amortize their costs over the life of a contract. The technology has got to the point where the feature sets and flexibility are as getting to be equal or sometimes better in the smaller environments. And we see that customers want to investigate that as they get more interested in having something as a service.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the IP Office, for example. So with Release 9, that not only scales up to a much larger capacity, but look at the feature set that's included in that little box. There's really not a whole lot you cannot do with there. I don't think you can push a button and get coffee out of it yet, but Release 10 hasn't been, released yet.
Well, the only thing about it is it's going to have a lot of the contact center applications that
sure.
It didn't have before. And as we can see on the show floor, and as we saw from Linda's presentation earlier, there's a lot of call center applications that are really cool and make contact center customers see the value of having their solution fully IP and a lot of it hosted.
No, absolutely. So what other features do you see that the cloud brings to the general enterprise customer?
Well, I think not just the enterprise. We believe the mid-space is a real opportunity for us as well. And I think that it's become more affordable and it's become easier to understand for a small to medium-sized business. But I think one of the things really is flexibility. It's scalability, flexibility to have something quickly, flexibility to add on different applications into the cloud and have it mesh into their network easier without actually dispatching somebody to do it, and to allow the customer to have a little more, let's say, mobility in their applications as well, and tying it into their wireless activities and not having necessarily a dedicated person to manage it. They look to companies like Unity to manage that in the cloud form.
Well, if you look at it, right, it's just history repeating itself. When people couldn't afford PBXs, they went and got Centrex.
Exactly. So IP Centrex is another way to look at it. And I think there are large companies that have a lot of things vested in the old Centrex that we're interested in talking to. And I think we're going to have a neat value proposition in the real near future.
Yeah, so to watch this space closely, I think Unity's probably going somewhere, right?
Yeah, we definitely are. We're committed and we look forward to working with Avaya to make it happen.
Fantastic. We're talking with Brian Ochab, who's the practice leader for cloud solutions at Unity Telecom. And we're here at the Avaya Evolutions Toronto. Thanks very much for sitting down with us.
Thanks again, Mark.
You're listening to APN, the Avaya Podcast Network.